Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm JB Bryan, the President and Chief Investment Officer of JB Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm. This is an exciting opportunity to say we made it. We made it, y'all. It's 2016 and we are almost officially halfway through the year. And I thought this would be a great time to do a checkup. Let's just do a financial checkup on where you want it to be. Are you still on track? Are there some things that you could change? So I just want to talk, I have like just about 10 little tips, things that you can just check out to make sure that you're on course to reach your financial goals for 2016. This Saturday, July 2nd, we're having a Financial Independence Day. AfroEconomics is celebrating the new release of the Legacy Edition of AfroEconomics, Our Black Wealth Matters. I'm excited about it because I've included legacy. I've included the roots of me. I've included symbols. I hope that you can see it. Some West African symbols that connect to each of the 10 principles of Afroeconomics. And I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed writing and making these changes. Like legacy is the first principle of Afroeconomics, and the Sankofa principle I've connected with legacy, and it means go back and get it. And so we're going to talk about the legacy edition of the AfroEconomics Our Black Wealth Matters book, and hope that it will empower you, encourage you, help you and your family grow for generations to come financially. You see in the back and I'm in my conference room in the Richmond office, and Saturday, July 2nd, are going to be in the DC office, right in the conference room. And we're going to have the workshop there because I'm in Richmond a lot and I want to share the love with DC as well. So this second half of the year, my goal is to do more workshops in DC at 700 12th Street Northwest. Very conveniently located at the One Metro Center. And you can just get off the Metro, come right up to the office there on 12th Street. So public transportation saves money and protects the environment. So this is Thinking Like a Millionaire. I take the 10 principles of Afroeconomics and I put them into our mindset, because I believe that our mindset is the key to our financial future. So let's change our mind so that we can empower ourselves. I believe that keeping our wealth is very, very, very important. I talk a lot about developing wealth, and but we know that that's why I've started the first principle of Afroeconomics as legacy, because it's about keeping and how do you maintain it. Okay, you've done it, you're doing all of these great things. Knowing your why so that you can make sure that the next generation can start off with a head start, so, and then also the workbook, the legacy edition of Afroeconomics has the workbook and both of these come in the e-form as well. So no excuse. And the workbook has the symbols as well, and you'll be able to fill in the blanks and do your work and really know where you are right now, and then you can really monitor yourself and get a workbook each year. Or I should put, next time I print this, put 2016 and then have a different workbook for 2017 so that you'll know your starting point and it'll help you in the planning process. Wow, right here, always thinking, always thinking. We always have to be thinking, and how to make it easier for you to accomplish your financial goals is my purpose. It is. I mean, I have a life commitment to Afroeconomics, a strategic financial program designed for the advancement of Black wealth in America and abroad. So Afroeconomics, please subscribe to the channel. I'm on here every week. I do live workshops and I do these live discussions. I like to do these live because I want you to really understand me, get to know me. And On my channel, I have a lot of live recordings for you to utilize, and please make them a part of your library. And if you're like me, I watch videos a lot. I like to consume information, and my favorite time of doing that is when I'm exercising. So please add the AfroEconomics channel. If you're a YouTube person like myself, I have the AfroEconomics app that can make it easy for you also. It's free, so download the AfroEconomics app. And the channel on YouTube is kind of exciting. It's almost gotten to 500,000 views in less than a year, so I thank God for that. So let's talk about what to do. We're at mid-year. Some tips on what I think you should do for a mid-year financial checkup. So first, let's review our goals. What were your goals when we started? Because we had this discussion early in the year about things that we're going to do, setting financial goals for the year, steps that we're going to take to make them happen. So review those goals now. How are you in the process of reaching those goals? Are there things that you need to change? Are there things that we need to start doing that you haven't been doing? How are you with following your budget? Are you staying on track? Are you saving at least what you set out to save? Have you reduced your debt as much as you said that you're going to reduce it? Are you at the halfway point? Are there some things that took you off track? Now is the time to get back on track. Now is the time to put your goals back in the front of your mindset. And I know that it is very hard because we all have so much going on, but it is very important that you continue to stay focused and use this as an opportunity to say, whoa, oh my goodness, I forgot, I don't know why I put that on that credit card. Let me pay that off, get back on track. So right now, review your financial goals that you set for 2016. It's not too late. Hopefully this is a time that you're patting yourself on the back and saying, wow, I did a great job. Everything is looking good. So that's great. A second point is to give yourself a raise by considering turning your hobbies into something that you can make money with. Like I like to ride a motorcycle, but now when I think of motorcycle events, I think of, wow, these people would love to know about my book. So I ask now, like, do you have books on sale? Do you have vendor sections? And even if I don't work as the vendor, it's having a member of my support staff, doing working at the table and taking care of those things and giving me the opportunity to network and direct. But there's but looking at what you do as a hobby, how can you turn that into something that will give you an increase in income? How can you give yourself a raise by being more productive in time that you used to be doing nothing? So if you find yourself not being as productive as you should be, or you find yourself not being able to pay your bills the way you want to, or not being able to save and invest as much as you want, well, give yourself a raise and start turning your hobbies into ways to make some money and pay some bills with. So first was review your goals. Second is give yourself a raise. Number 3 is review your investment allocation. And what I'm really saying here is that I want you to get in tune with your risk tolerance. We've had a lot of international activity that has impacted the stock market over this past year. And I've received calls, and that's when I really talk to my clients about their risk tolerance. Like, according to your last risk analysis, you were saying that you are happy or comfortable with volatility like this. Is it really true? Because sometimes you can say, oh, I understand things are going to be volatile, but when it really happens, you get sick. So this is a time to really think about maybe doing, like on my website, jbbryan.com, I have a risk where you can go in and get a risk score, and you can do a risk analysis and find out And then I can compare it to your existing portfolio, and it really can help you say, oh, wow, I do need to, change this allocation, or look at your investment allocation. A lot of times people take for granted their biggest asset and never get professional help with their retirement plan at work. And you're just putting money and putting money and putting money in there, but you're never talking to an investment advisor about how this allocation should be set up. What are your plans? How you're going to use it? What this fund means, or what this stock means, or do you have too much exposure to this or that? But so it's time to talk. So definitely, here you are at the mid-year point. I've been encouraging you to do that, but really, really make a point to make an appointment, and with a financial advisor that you trust, that will actually just look at what you have and get you feedback on it, not someone who is going to tell you that you have to buy something just because they're giving you help. So that's what you have to be careful with. My firm is a registered investment advisory firm, so we're not working for a particular product. We do work for our clients. So I hope that you can find, a registered investment advisory firm that you feel comfortable with, that can help you with your existing portfolio, that just can work as your advocate and give you feedback on how to maximize what you have. Or maybe it may lead to doing something else, but just make sure that you get a good understanding of who you're working with and how they're compensated. And then number 4 is check out your tax situation. And that's very important. Are you withholding enough taxes at work? Has your spouse's income doubled and now you're not withholding enough? Are you self-employed and your spouse is self-employed? Are they withholding the taxes and Social Security and paying their estimated taxes, because you can be penalized for not paying taxes throughout the year? So you want to make sure that, as a good friend of mine would say, that you get a good understanding of that 16th Amendment and that you understand the taxation that you're facing. Are you withholding the appropriate amount? Are you withholding too much and thinking that you'll get a big check back, not realizing that you're hurting yourself, because you could be taking that money and paying down some debts that you might have that have very high interest rates, and you want to get rid of high interest rate debt as quickly as possible. So thoroughly check out your tax situation and make sure that you're maximizing reducing your tax liability, but that you're also paying the taxes that are necessary and paying them when they are due. And that was number 4, check out your tax situation. But a 5th tip is to review your insurances. Now, I've been making a point to sit down with clients and look at their insurance and where they have their insurance policies, and I've been able to save people drastic amounts of money. My firm is an insurance broker, and we just we take the information and we run the quotes over different companies, and we've been able to discover that people are, and that might be you, paying way too much for your insurance. So you make sure that you, at least once a year or every half year, some people have on their auto policies a 6-month policy, and they're just automatically renewing and they're not doing a review. But you're spending a lot of money. From an AfroEconomic perspective, we really need to be careful on the money that we're spending on the insurances and not having the proper protection. We're very likely to have, say, life insurance, but we're very unlikely to have the appropriate coverage that we need in order to look out for our family. So make sure that you use this mid-year point as a good time to review all of the insurance policies that you have, your homeowners, your car, your renters, if you don't have renter's insurance and you're a renter, make sure you get it. Take advantage of protecting your property. Things do happen. And then, make sure that you are reviewing your life insurance policies, your disability, your long, especially disability policies. What is the definition of disability? What is the waiting period for disability? Review these policies, because you can spend money over the years and then never even realize that it has a 90-day or a 6-month wait, or it doesn't cover you for certain circumstances, or it only covers you if there's an accident. So make sure that you understand every policy that you have. And then also a tip for your mid-year financial tip is to clean up your paperwork and make sure that you organize your files, that you organize your finances, that you know all of your account numbers, that you have the most recent statements for everything, and that you open them. Develop a 3-ring binder and put tabs in it. I think that you should operate your personal life just like you would if you had a business. You know, make sure that you organize your personal financial statements. Shred the documents that are really old. If you have the most recent, the last year's annual statement, a lot of those other quarterly and monthly statements you can eliminate, because that annual statement will show you all the activities for the year. So, and then after that, you have that annual statement for the previous years each time, and then you keep the quarterly until you get the next annual statement. But that's a good idea. But at the workshop this weekend, I'll talk about how important it is to be organized and to have all of our things in order, you know, as we're going through the principles of AfroEconomics and how important organization is and planning. So number 7 is to use this midpoint of the year as an opportunity to check your credit. Now, each of us get 1 free credit check each year. Many of you have not taken advantage of it ever. So make sure that you go and contact the credit bureaus directly, or, you know, and technology really helps a lot with this. You could just Google and it'll give you the names, information of all 3. Just Google all 3 credit bureaus and phone numbers, something like that. They'll give you all the websites and phone numbers, and you can write in if you feel more comfortable. You can put the information in directly, get the free one. I do the monthly keeping up with. I like to see what's going on each month, and I actually go in and, you know, check everything with each of the bureaus each month. So, but if you're I'm high maintenance like that, I really want to see what's going on. I've found a lot of clients have discovered errors and lots of problems. So you want to stay on top of your game, stay on top of your checking accounts, stay on top of your bank accounts, but check your credit score, make sure you know what's going on every month. And then at least, at minimum, once a year, take advantage of the free credit report. And then an 8th tip is to take a break. But when you take a break, don't. This is like, you know, just me talking. But I think that when we take these breaks, we have to be careful not to go into debt because you want to go on a vacation. There may be times where you can't really afford to take a vacation financially nor professionally. So when you take a break, you can still take a break. You can do the long weekends when there's a holiday on Monday and you happen to have that day off. Take a break. You can make a vacation local. You can save a lot of money. You can, you know, continue to stay focused on your family's goals, your individual goals. And I, you know, don't take a lot of vacations. I don't take like long, you know, vacations, but I like to spend time with my parents, and I'll do long weekends, you know, sometimes. And that, you know, but still technology allows me to keep in touch with everything that's going on in my office. But if I take a Friday off, but just, you know, take a break, but make sure it's a smart break. So take a smart break here at the mid-year point. That's cool. If you feel like you need it, do it, but make sure that it's smart, that it's not something that adds to your debt load or takes away from you professionally. Stay on track. And then an 8th tip is to, a 9th tip, the 8 was take a smart break. 9 is to be healthy. So true. Oh, it gets harder and harder. 2016, I feel like it has just been quite a year of just, trying to balance everything with the books that I've been writing and then releasing, and, still, business growing. And, it's when you run into great opportunities, it still can be challenging for you to balance everything. So there's always a flip side of everything. Like, so I've talked to people sometimes and they'll be like unemployed and all they can think about is being unemployed. And I go, well, just make sure you stay healthy and you stay active during this time while you're out of work. You have a lot of time to exercise now. So, take care of yourself. And then so when you are doing the interviews, that you'll feel more confident, you'll feel healthy, you'll feel good, make wise choices, be careful, because when we're under a lot of stress, it's so much easier, to get way off track as far as our health. So at this mid-year point, are you happy, with your health situation? Are you happy with your health habits? Or are there things that you can do? We all can do, most of us, some things to, improve. What changes, do we want to make in order to make sure that we're healthy? Because not being healthy can reduce your ability to pay your bills. It can create disabilities. It can cost you more of your retirement money. There's a lot of reasons that we have to be healthy. And that's why the 10th principle of AfroEconomics is Black health and Black wealth. We really need to realize the connection between our health and our wealth. So let's stay on track. Let's stay on track as much as we can. The thing that helps me is I just try to make sure that I do something for myself first thing in the morning, because there's just so much stuff that will happen during the day. So if you just do something for your health immediately, then at least I feel good. So I'm a first thing in the morning type exerciser, and it's still by no means am I perfect, but I always constantly tell myself, wow, things would be a lot worse if I didn't try. So let's make sure that we continue to try, and now, we do, make healthy decisions. So at this mid-year, especially in the summertime, and it's easy for me to say, but it's not easy for me to say because we all have our challenges. I don't drink and I don't smoke, so that really helps me save a lot of money, and I just never have. But if we can start like adding up, how much these, vices, as they could be called, are pulling out of our pocket or pulling away from our ability to over the long term. Because I believe that what we do in our 30s and 40s really impacts how we live in our 60s and 70s and 80s, because we have to be very gentle to our bodies now while we're young, so that the body can, work for us, for many, many years to go. I know on CBS earlier this week, I did a segment on Medicare, and we really don't realize, because we don't need Medicare. You may not need Medicare right now, but your Part D of Medicare is not a given. So that's what causes pharmaceuticals. That's what covers pharmaceutical drugs. So if you get to retirement age and you have a lot of pharmaceuticals that you need in order to maintain your health, that's going to cost you a lot more to cover those, or you're going to have to just pay for it out of pocket. And these pharmaceuticals are more and more expensive these days. So definitely let's think about it. I hope that this will motivate someone to realize that, okay, get off the meds now. Get yourself in a healthy state now, so that you don't have this huge bill at retirement and you're taking away from your retirement to pay for all those drugs that you need. And a final mid-year tip would be to, and this is really in the credit, I said to change your passwords, and then to protect yourself from identity theft. Now, checking your credit report will help with that. So the checking your credit score, that's number 7. It'll help with some of the identity theft, but then also use this as a time to just, wherever you're going in frequently, to your bank, bank, wherever you do, especially if you use the apps and things like that on your phone, change your passwords. Use this as okay, every 6 months or every half year, I change my passwords. So, but use this as an opportunity to change your passwords and to make sure that you protect yourself and protect your identity. And that could be a key way to do that. So that's also, let's just review. So we want to, this is your mid-year financial things we're going to do. Review our financial goals, give yourself a raise, review your investment allocation, check out your tax situation, review all insurances, clean up your paperwork, check your credit score, take a smart break if you take a break in the summertime. Be healthy and protect your identity, change your passwords on your accounts. So those are just a few tips from me, JB Bryan of JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics. Please subscribe to the channel so that we can keep in touch each week. Go to AfroEconomics.com and you can also register. AfroEconomics has membership that allows me to work with you, one-on-one, and we do regular consultations with the members. And so please check out the membership opportunities. There's also a Black business membership as well if you're a business owner. But AfroEconomics is my life's commitment, and it's your movement. And I hope that you'll join me. Start by subscribing to the channel, click like, and stay empowered. Don't forget, this Saturday, July 2nd, at 700 12th Street Northwest in our DC office, Suite 700. Please register because it is a secured building. So I would like for them to have your number when you come in the building. I mean, your number, have your name when they come in the building, and so that we can be looking out for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and rest of 2016. This was Mid-Year Financial Tips with JB Bryan. God bless you, and talk to you next week.